You're listening to the Court of Public Opinion. When there's smoke, there's fire, and all it takes is somebody to light the match. And let me tell you, there are individuals we deal with day in, day out who light a fire. We make mention of these comments and these concerns because we know that the Catholic abuse case is bigger than some of us are able to keep. Listen, there's a capacity and a level where abuse, if it goes ignored too long and look away at it, that we who recognize and acknowledge that when you see the warning signs of abuse, especially domestic violence, and having past abusers myself personally, I know they're there to light the fire. So most of us who have abuse issues or have been concerned about these issues to what degree of the abuse, depending on the police reports, depending on a lot of concerns, the abusers that some of us have knowing the locations, I would just state for the fact that my abuser who had abused me, listen, the 12-step program is not a place to pick up and get a date, by the way. That's number one. There's a lot of people that go to halfway programs and 12-step programs, and that's what they're there to do. Most of the people, if they're dating and hanging out or going out with somebody, that's one thing. There are some abusers that we have that would not take no for an answer. So let's just say for the fact that we have had abusers at the program. Number one, when you have to get to a meeting and you have some concerns that need to be addressed, whether it be on our property or whether it goes on in Catholic charities or some concerns, they need to be addressed accordingly. And there are concerns, and we are addressing a lot of new media personalities as well. And let me tell you, there have been issues here on my property right now today. That's why I'm sending over an urgent message to some of the pastors and other parts of the region in Indiana, and some other pastors that deal with these type of concerns. So please know when we have this broadcast that we are Family Therapy Radio. We're addressing sexual abuse. We're addressing some of the concerns right now throughout the region in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, especially because it's ongoing and it's been an unprecedented amount of abuse cases that not only were backlogged for over 5 years. We're talking about rape cases that have not even been adjudicated. That's why we need the support of a larger support outside of this region. Now, some of these cases they're going to have a continuance. They're going to have a lot of briefs and debriefs and things like that. So be aware of these concerns right now. Right now, the immediate concerns that we need to address is housing, property, and necessities. The basic necessities. Every victim, make sure that you contact PVAC. Make sure that you get your paperwork in and make sure the advocates get everything processed over there to the county. Because the county jail is ready to open up a lot of jail cells. Believe me, there's a lot more room for abusers at the jail. Anyone else that spends their time abusing children or abusing any elderly or family members or any concerns that need to be addressed, address it with the State Attorney General's office. It has to be dated, time-stamped as well. Other documents, police reports, any suspicious activity, please report it to the Butler Police if you're in this region. There have been concerns several months since we got here. In January 2018, there have been issues at the hotel and Comfort Inn from here to other hotels. So that's another concern. This is October, so this is that time of year. There's been issues with the kids and on properties, especially during hunting season. So we want to address the issues on hunting, especially some other issues with guns. There's some issues that we address with Representative Trey Gowdy, and we also Representative Metcalf's office. Please know there are some serious concerns when it comes to children and safety issues, especially this October. There was issues on the last year with missing children from Ohio, and it was up in there in Wexford. And now we're coming upon the anniversary of Bentley and Miller's when little Bentley Miller passed away. So this is going to be, one of those touchy topics. We're going to address some other issues with sexual abuse and other assault issues as well. We need everyone. If you have concerns, please address the police. Please address an attorney. Contact your attorney. Make sure your file, get your attorney's paperwork over to your attorneys. Get it filed quickly. Make sure it's filed. Because there's families who have been in crisis for a while. They need this relief today. So we sent over some emails to other attorneys and forwarded it over to other attorneys. Forward it over because there's a lot of paperwork that's being processed as we speak. There's other family members, any members of the community are concerned about sex trafficking and drug trafficking, turn it over to the State Attorney General's office quickly. Thank you. There's some other issues in our community. Children have gone without property, needs, and necessities. They need to have their necessities. They need to have an allotment. The caseworkers have to do casework, and we got to get initial intakes. They got to get back and forth to their appointments. And there's some doctors and patients, some other patient filing that needs to be corrected and done, and it has to be done correctly. Okay, there needs to be checks and balances in our system, because if this power goes unchecked, what happens is we end up having crisis after crisis. We have neglect issues. We have issues that need to be addressed today. So we're forwarding this over. Please contact your attorneys and police officers, anyone else to have any concerns. Please address friends, family, any other members. You want to make sure you update your casework and attorneys today. Forward it over to your attorneys quickly. Thank you.